So good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here today. We'll just be waiting another couple of minutes for more people to join us. Okay, so I think we can get started. So good morning, everyone. Again, my name is Francesco. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Bot Supply. Together with me, I have Daval from Evosys. Daval, you here? Can you hear me? Can you please send me a message in chat if confirming that you can hear? Okay, perfect. But while we get some audio issues, this is the beauty of live demonstrations, right? So apologies for that, but just a little bit of an agenda for today, and what we'll be covering during this actually pretty short webinar. We have 23 minutes left. As you all know, COVID is changing the way enterprises and also how people work on a daily basis, right? Working from home, working from remote, and so we see that there are a lot of technology changes, a lot of new trends shaping up over the last 6 to 8 weeks, and so during the webinar today, we'll be talking about how one of these trends, voice bots and chatbots, are actually shaping the way enterprises and consumers interact going forward. We will show a couple of examples of successful chatbots, and then we will also briefly discuss about what Evosys and Bot Supply together are doing to address this new technology shift, and how we are helping enterprises on a global scale to easily embrace and deploy conversational AI at scale. But I will probably just get started, and then if Daval can join us, that will be great. Otherwise, I will just take it from on my own. So once again, my name is Francesco Stasi. I'm the founder and CEO at Bot Supply. What we do at Bot Supply is we are helping enterprises to embrace conversational AI by building and deploying chatbots and voice bots for any kind of use case. That could be internal use cases like HR or ERP, but also external use cases like customer service purposes. And then Daval, are you here?
Yes, so I'm Daval Acharya. I'm leading the practice of AI, chatbots, and analytics at Evosys. And we, together with Bot Supply, have created bots for the latest COVID situation, as well as we have been implementing Bot Supply for other use cases for our existing customers.
Daval, are you with us?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So today we are going to talk about the unprecedented challenges and the trends that the market is seeing due to the challenges that the environment or the healthcare situation has been thrown at us. What we are seeing is, like, currently there are technologies being picked up by the organizations due to the impact on the daily routines of work. Work from home culture has suddenly crept in, and things have been improving on how we are delivering the solutions. So initially we faced a lot of challenge, but then now we are improvising and getting a hold of the technology and delivering better solutions from home. There is a high impact on manufacturing, supply chain, and other operations, which require the presence of workers on the site. Nevertheless, we are seeing digital assistant helping the situation a lot. So talking about the digital assistant, how digital assistant helps the organization. So we have seen that it reduces the the work of human resources, especially on cases where they need to answer a lot of questions related to the guidelines or policies, or even transactions like application of leaves, checking the leave balance, checking or if the invoices are stuck. Do I have to approve any invoices that are pending on me? So some of the challenges or simple tasks which required to reach out to some person in the organization are now being picked up by the chatbot, and we are seeing customers being more and more interested in implementing such solutions which ease their work of approvals or creating transactions which do not require a complex approval cycles. So we are seeing good use of digital assistant in that areas. Uh, Also, the digital assistant is available 24/7, so I can approve an invoice in the evening or in the morning or whenever I'm working. So depending upon my schedule, work schedule that I've set, I can pick up the phone and just chat and approve the invoices, raise the leave, or if there is any healthcare alerts that I need to send across to the health and safety manager, I just pick up the phone and I can do that. The chatbots, digital assistant integrate with the backend systems very easily. So they can integrate with any existing legacy system, your ERP systems, your core business systems like banking. If you have, you can check in your balance, so you can connect it with your core banking systems, your financial systems, planning and budgeting, or advanced solutions like consolidations, etc. So you could connect it to variety of systems. It can talk to all the systems at the time, and depending upon the question you ask, it will pick up the identify the right source system, and then give you the answer by picking up the data from that system. So it's very easy to integrate with any kind of system that you might have and start running your conversations. There is no wait time or off hours for the bot, because bot is a 24/7 thing. It doesn't work like a traditional call center where you need to hold the call and wait for the telecaller to answer your phone. So there's no wait time or off hours, and this has really helped a lot of organizations where they have a standard call center, and due to the current situation, they are not able to operate in full capacity. It again lowers the operational or the cost of the organization, where you have to put in a lot of employees to answer the day-to-day questions by increasing the self-services. So it enables the employees and the users and the department heads to go ahead and do their day-to-day work using the self-service that the bot provides by using just a chat channel. So that's how simple it is, and really frees up a lot of resources which were tied down to do such simple things day in, day out. So it saves a lot of time for those resources to do some complex tasks. Again, as a digital assistant works on chat channels, you can send out notifications to your employees. So if there is any organization policy or guideline changes, you could communicate the changes to all the employees by just sending out a push notification via the channel that you have selected for the digital assistant. So that's how simple it is to publish any messages across the organization. Instead of sending out emailers or posting it on your intranet website where people might or might not go and check. So this really helps to push the message to the entire organization in this current situations. And based on these scenarios and these benefits, we have come up with this COVID chatbot offering with bot supply, and we have already deployed it on few of our existing customers, and we are seeing good results and usage of the bot. So we have loaded their company policies, company guidelines on work from home, guidelines on furloughs, so how they're going to get paid, what is going to happen to their leaves, like if they are self-isolating, what do they need to inform the organization, do they need to go show up to work if their family members are infected. So these are the kind of questions that we have embedded, and that really helps the organization and employees to answer their questions, and that too, as and when they require. So that's the offering that we're going to talk about in detail as we go ahead. And I would like to pass on to Francesco now. He will explain how bot supply is easy to use and what is being implemented using the bot supply technology.
So thank you, Daval, for showing and describing how digital assistants are helping enterprises. What are the key USPs and the key benefits that enterprises can get out of this technology? Correct. So as you all know, you're all leading big enterprises. I see people from different regions around the world, and you know better than anyone else how your company, as of today, is not really running at a full operational capacity. You have an increasing support of volume of support inquiries from customers, employees, suppliers, but at the same time, those people, those teams, those support teams that are in charge of providing help to your customers or your employees are also under huge stress because maybe they're working from home with the kids. So their productivity is, of course, lowered, and therefore also the output and the level of assistance and support that your company, enterprise, business is providing is lower than usual. And this is where a solution like chatbots, as Daval has already explained, can actually come extremely handy because they're 24/7 available, they're omni-channel, they provide answers in real time, and most of all, they are scalable. At the growing the number of requests, you don't have to hire or deploy new chatbots. You just need one that can actually take care of thousands of requests at the same time. What I'm going to show you in the next few slides is that this is not a trend that only bot supply and Evosys see growing in the market. You probably heard about the World Health Organization that has launched its chatbot on 3 different channels for now: WhatsApp, Messenger, and Viber, and has been great at providing support and information, real-time updates to people from all over the world. The World Health Organization is not the only one. We have seen big hospitals doing the same, providing the same kind of service. CDC, for example, in the US. Banks as well. I mean, not just public institutions or health institutions have been adopting this technology during these crazy times, but also banks and insurances, telcos from all over the world. Here we have an example of the UK government also launching a chatbot on WhatsApp. And overall, we have seen hundreds of these companies, of these institutions launching these chatbots to provide real-time and scalable support to citizens, employees, and customers. What does this tell us? That this is a great time for enterprises to explore this technology and deploy these digital assistants that can take care of a multitude of tasks at the same time in a scalable manner. And so we were thinking about supply and Evosys together. How can we give some help, right, to our customers and public institutions out there in the world? And so we said, okay, one thing that we can do is to actually provide our platform for free until the end of June. And the way it works is actually pretty simple. And we see our customers from Scotland to Cambodia, from all over the world, literally, really being able to deploy a chatbot in a matter of a couple of days. The way it works is in 4 steps, 4 very simple steps. You as a customer will send us the questions specific to your business that you want to be automated, because nobody's going to come to your website asking if they have COVID, but people are going to come to your website asking something specific to your own business, correct? So once you give us the questions, then we train the artificial intelligence. We create the flows on your behalf. We then also train you on how the system works, because it's actually fairly simple, and I'm going to show you quickly in a minute, so that you can also update the data set and the FAQs that you want to be automated on a daily or on a weekly basis. And then step 4, once again, in a matter of a couple of days max, you will be able to start automating the most frequently asked questions that you receive from your customers or employees, because once again, this can be deployed as an internal tool to support your people, or as an external tool to support your consumers. So I'm going to show you right now really quickly a live demo of how you can actually manage a simple FAQ chatbot, right? We have pre-built a set of almost 25 generic FAQs regarding COVID that both your customers or your employees may be asking more commonly, right? And I just want to show you how easy it is to actually go in and actually create a new flow. And by flow, we actually mean the answer that your bot will provide. Okay, so this is the interface where you will actually be building the conversation, and this is the answer that your customers will see. And this is a no coding skill required interface, so that everyone in your HR or in your customer service team can actually use. And once you've built the flows, then I want to show you how it's going to look like in reality, how it's going to look like for the end user. So here we have a simple test website, and this is what the customers or your employees will see. This can be deployed on your Facebook Messenger. It can be deployed on your website. It can be deployed on your HCM or ERP solutions. And then you see, as soon as the system detects a question that it has been trained upon, in a matter of a few milliseconds, is actually providing an answer. And this shows hopefully the speed of execution that a chatbot has, and the potential of automating at least the most common requests that you receive on a daily basis. So once again, what we are doing is to provide access to this chatbot and to the opportunity of actually adding FAQs specific to your business for free until the end of June. And of course, this can all be customized with your logo, your colors, so it can really feel like part of your branding, overall branding. This being said, I would very much hear if any of you has any question, because yeah, we are here for providing you with the most support that we can possibly give. Does the web chat provide options for postback or quick reply buttons instead of type 2 for? So thanks for the question. The reason why you have seen that a type 2 for a specific topic is because we see that many of our customers want to deploy this solution on WhatsApp. Okay, and within WhatsApp, you cannot really have quick replies as such, because every channel has some specific limitations that we need to work within. So if you want to have this chatbot deployed on a website or a Facebook Messenger, for example, then yes, we can definitely work on quick replies as well. if the chatbot needs to be deployed on WhatsApp, then WhatsApp itself doesn't allow us to be that creative. So that's why we had to work with a type 2 for this and type 3 for that. That is a limitation that we cannot really do anything about. And yeah, we also have a full presentation that of course we're gonna share with you after this presentation with all the ins and outs of our COVID chatbot that goes into specifics, or also what you can use it for, right? Because as mentioned, it can be used for HR purposes as well as a customer service, supply chain. So you can really customize it as per your needs. And once again, I see some questions about pricing. So until the end of June, this chatbot is going to be free of charge for all of our customers. And this specific chatbot is a very simple FAQ solution, but of course it can be integrated with ERP, HCM, supply chain, any kind of CRM, backend systems. So you can really edit it as per your needs and use cases. The bot, yes, it stores context, so follow-up questions are possible. This is the beauty of conversational AI, right? Especially when done at its best, because you can really create extremely flawless experiences for the customers, and to some extent really mimic the interaction that you could also have with a human. So absolutely, we store context and we allow follow-up interactions in the chatbot. I have a question. Do you integrate with enterprise systems? So absolutely. As mentioned, we work a lot within the Oracle ecosystem. But you know, if you want to integrate your chatbot with the Salesforce, for example, or Freshdesk, Zendesk, SAP, whatever, then of course via API we can integrate the chatbot with any third-party system that you have deployed in your enterprise. So someone is asking, how can I tailor the chatbot to perform some other areas like traffic and lead generation? So once again, the platform itself is just a tool, and then you can model it, you can adapt it to whatever kind of use case you're looking for. And when we talk about lead generation, we really think that this is one of the coolest kind of applications for chatbots, because that's something that doesn't just save costs for your organization, is also boosting revenues. So absolutely, that is something that you can work with as per your needs. If someone is asking if the bot can check the status of an invoice from an ERP system and answer questions to different vendors, once again, yes. So the more you integrate the chatbot to backend systems, the more you will be able to automate processes and conversations at scale. So absolutely, if you have an ERP system where you're looking at automating some of these processes and conversation, then a chatbot is your killer application. Multi-language support. Someone is asking if multi-language support is possible. Absolutely. So we cover 27 languages natively. So when I say natively, I mean without translation services in between. So we cover all the European languages, Arabic, Chinese, and of course we can follow up with a full list of languages that we cover. Is a handover to human possible? Absolutely. This is one of the coolest things, because the chatbot, you know, as smart as it can get, at some point as humans do as well, will not be able to provide an answer right to the customer. So in that moment, we can activate the handover option that basically calls a customer service representative that can take over the conversation. And let's say you're using Oracle Service Cloud, Zendesk, Salesforce, whatever system you have in place, that conversation can be taken over and can be led from the systems that you are already having in place, so that everything is fully integrated with the tools that you already use. Implementation timelines. So it really depends on the scope of the solution, right? When we are talking about this simple FAQ chatbot, then once again, it can really be about a couple of days. When we are talking about a full-blown integrated solution with the backend systems, multi-language, and so on, that can vary. That definitely takes a little more than a couple of days. Someone is asking if you will be able to actually customize the chatbot yourself, or if it needs to be customized by us, referring to the 4 steps that we just mentioned. That's something that you can do yourself. The platform is really simple to use. So we will train you on how to use what we call the chatbot management system, and then you will be fully independent in actually adding new flows, adding new intents, and really taking the chatbot to the next level by yourself. Absolutely. Lots of questions. Thank you, guys. Anyone else? I see that we are already over time. So let's see if someone else has one last question. Otherwise, we're gonna end here. Okay, no more questions. But thanks a lot, because I think I answered 10 or 15 questions. So really nice to see so much interest from your side. Dhaval, any final comment from your side?
No, I think that was a good session, and I think that really shows the capabilities of the chatbot and how easy it is to deploy and maintain it yourself. So I think we're looking forward to more and more implementations of COVID FAQ bot that we are offering.
Awesome. Then I want to thank you, all the attendees that have been logging in from China, Middle East, Europe, Africa. So thanks a lot for joining us this morning. We wish you a very good day, and for anything, we will be following up with both the slides and the recording of the webinar. So if anybody has any question, we will be able to take it on a one-on-one basis. So thank you, everyone, and we'll talk soon. Bye.